The latest project surprise drop from one Tyler the Creator. Surprised because it was not that long ago that he dropped Chromacopia, which I believed released back in November, somewhere around there, October, November, December, somewhere around that area. I'm pretty sure it came out before Kendrick Lamar's GNX. So to see him kind of follow up so shortly with their project and kind of just surprise drop it was, quite kind of like, oh, new Tyler? All right, I guess I'm checking that out. So I don't really know much about it. It's been out for a couple weeks now. We've been away, so we haven't had time to react to anything, but I did want to check this one out because I've grown into much more of a Tyler Creator fan as the years have gone by. I think he's really started to find himself creatively, artistically. I think his voice is more confident and strong than ever in terms of what he wants to do and what he wants to deliver in his music and messaging and whatnot. I also do think he's tapping back into kind of like hip hop at this moment, especially with Chromacopia. Even the album before that, where he had DJ Drama all over it. Like, he seems to be kind of really getting back into that more lyrical bag when he kind of went a little soulful, funky, poppy. He seems to be kind of getting back into his rap bag. From what I hear from this one, from what I've heard, this seems to be more of a dance album. So he's kind of giving everybody a little bit of everything. He's one of those artists who's, you can't really nail him down in terms of genre or style or sound. He's pretty much done it all. And he continues to surprise and find new ways to deliver music in a package that's uniquely him. So I'm definitely interested to see just what this one is all about. It's also kind of crazy that I dropped this, considering that he's like in the middle of the Chromacopia tour. So like in the middle of the tour, he's dropping a new album, and I'm sure he's probably not performing that one for the fans, considering they are there to hear Chromacopia and he's there to promote Chromacopia. But it is crazy to kind of see him drop a whole new project while he's still touring for his previous album. But here we are. I'm not mad at it. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's check out Don't Tap the Glass from Tyler the Creator. As you can see, it's pretty short, 10 songs, only about 28 minutes 30 seconds, so like pretty short, kind of probably like a kind of a loose kind of mixtape, almost throwaway. But let's check it out. Track number 1, Big Poe featuring Skatebird, something like that. Let's go. I ain't gonna lie. Right off the back, those synths are disgusting. Absolutely filthy. Straight up filthiness going on here. I don't really know how to properly describe the sound, the synths that are coming out of here, but whatever it is, whatever sample, whatever instrument he found for that synthy kind of sound that's like driving the bass line of this, it's absolutely disgusting, and I'm here for it.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on, Mer. You ain't gotta say that. You ain't trust white people with dreadlocks. He's stupid, bro. That's kind of a fitting sample, considering the fact that I was literally about to say this highly reminds me of a Pharrell and Neptunes produced beat, and considering like those are like his idols, especially Pharrell in terms of like production and sound and just musical stylings and fashion and everything, like considering that it's like literally one of, if not his biggest idol musically, the fact that this sounds so much like Neptunes and Pharrell is not a surprise for me. And then to see him also sample Past the Gracia 2 from, One Busta Rhymes, which is also produced by Pharrell and the Neptunes. It's really not surprising to see that connection continue here. Super dope though. Skateboard. Is that Pharrell? It sounds just like Pharrell. That has to be him. Maybe like a, what do they call a pseudonym, alter ego, different name, but like that's absolutely has to be Pharrell on this, because I can absolutely hear his voice, his vocals, delivery, everything. That has to be Pharrell. Hold on, I gotta look this up. This gotta be Pharrell. Skateboard P, also a nickname, so I would not be surprised. Yeah, okay, it is. It's literally Pharrell. I was like, I know I'm not tripping. That sounds just like Pharrell. Okay. Dope little opener. Like I said, definitely fun, snappy, strictly meant the dance floors and dancing and just bringing the vibes overall, like kind of what he mentioned the intention of this project being. And right off the jump, he's like giving to you right away. And then just the clear and I'm tripping. It literally said Pharrell Williams. Like I'm tripping. I said featuring skateboard, but it literally says in Spotify Pharrell Williams. All right. But like I was saying, like clearly tapping into that like dancey vibe that he's clearly going for on this project, and for him to have Pharrell on here and like kind of continue that kind of synergy with his idol and kind of find his sound, and that's some sort of like offshoot of that Neptune's Pharrell tree. It's super dope to see, and I'm here for it. I can definitely see this going crazy at one of his shows, one of the festival runs and whatnot. So I'm sure fans are probably disappointed that he's probably not performing. Well, maybe he is. If there's any song on ever that could easily fit in with this, I think this would fit in very nicely with this tour that's going on to just bring straight up energy. Let's keep this going. Let's go track number 2, Sugar on My Tongue. I mean, I've said it already, and I'm probably going to continue to say it. Like the influences, the clear influences from one Pharrell and Neptune's is super evident throughout this entire thing. And it's probably going to continue to be evident throughout the same, because obviously Neptune's and Pharrell obviously cut a lot of their teeth amongst hip hop and, you know, a lot of that kind of sound and style, but they also had a very kind of dancey, poppy background to a lot of their music, considering that that Pharrell himself has also produced for people like Justin Timberlake. So those clear kind of comparisons are going to probably continue here. And like this type of sound, this type of experimental dancey, synthy, poppy sound was very much a growing thing amongst hip hop in the early 2000s. Think like Andre 3000 and Outkast and like a lot of other artists around that time. So to see it kind of coming back around again and just kind of try to bring fun back into hip hop is super dope to see, because hip hop has gotten entirely too self-serious. And to see somebody like Tyler want to bring back that fun energy back, that dance energy back to the genre, I'm all here for it. Dope track, fun track. Again, super reminiscent of like some Andre 3000, Outkast kind of vibes, especially like his last kind of project as Outkast, the whole Hey Ya kind of era when hip hop was getting a little bit more poppy, a little bit more synthy, and like bringing back that kind of dance floor energy. So very dope to see, because I think that was a very fun, enjoyable era. And like, again, I think hip hop is massively in need of an injection of just fun. And if Tyler is going to be one of the main kind of forebearers of this new wave of it, I think we're in good hands. Let's keep this going. Track number 3, Sucker Free. Yeah, that's a banger. Yeah, this is a banger. One thing about Tyler, especially recently from Comicopia, even like, again, I forget the name of the album. Which one was it? Let me just figure that one out. The one he had with DJ Drama. Call me if you lost. So kind of from that point forward, and especially after like Kendrick Lamar did what he did and Tyler showed up to pop out, Tyler did a remix of, I forget what it was, but it was That Guy. He's fully kind of trying to reassert himself as a Cali guy, as a West Coast artist, as somebody whose sound and kind of fan base and just musical identity could be pretty much universal and appeal to anybody. Wasn't very region based, at least, you know, over the past few years. He's kind of trying to reassert himself as, no, I am a West Coast artist. I grew up on West Coast sounds and West Coast music, and I'm representing the coast to the fullest. And that is evident here once again with a song like this, Sucker Free, which is very reminiscent of like Zapp and Roger and the whole G-Funk era that kind of started out this whole West Coast hip hop wave. So to see him kind of tapping back into that kind of West Coast funk synth sound is dope, and I'm here for it. And I think the West Coast is in very good hands between Kendrick Lamar and Tyler, the Creator, right now. And before anybody starts typing in the comments, yeah, actually, Zapp and Roger from, yeah, I know they're from Ohio. I know they're from the Midwest, but their sound and their influence on G-Funk, which is highly West Coast, especially in terms of West Coast rap and hip hop. Their influence and kind of just their contribution to the building blocks of what West Coast rap is considered is undeniable. So yes, it's still a very West Coast sound. But fire song. Let's keep this going. Track number 4, Mom and Them. I really hope that's an intro to what we're about to get right here, because that shit was absolutely menacing, nasty, mean. A perfect kind of drop moment would hit immediately after that. Like, he's very known for these really building kind of intros that drop into these explosive songs and moments. And if this is the intro to this would be absolutely perfect, because that shit was disgusting and absolutely menacing. So let's check it out. Track number 5, Stop Playing With Me. Not as hard of a drop I was hoping after the buildup of what was monitoring, but you know, it is still hitting. But damn, I was expecting some like Who Dat Boy type energy coming off of Mom and Them. I mean, look, 5 tracks in, like, this is clearly an album that's supposed to be played at maximum volume, less thinking, and just vibing. And this is clearly intended for shows and festivals and concerts and just dance floors in general. Like, this is just high energy music, and it's a style of music that he does extremely well. He hasn't always had it in an entire project. Like, there's always been, you know, cut with some more low-key somber music or some kind of like things to break up the flow of things. But this is just high energy from track 1 on, and I'm here for it. Fire. I'm like this so far. Let's keep going. Track number 6, Ring Ring Ring. I mean, the fact that honestly he does like this retro synthy pop better than a lot of these strictly pop artists that are trying to do this kind of retro dancey dance floor sound. The fact that this feels so much more authentic, so much more genuine, has just so much more soul to it than what is being put out by these so-called pop artists, it's kind of crazy, and really speaks to just how talented he is as an artist. He can literally give you almost any genre or sound or style and deliver it at this level that, you know, you would almost like assume upon first listen, like this is his general lane that he's in. But no, this is like a throwaway. This is an offshoot, and the fact that he's able to deliver this quality of this retro synthy pop dance music is pretty fucking fire and inspirational, and just dope to see somebody that like talented just maximizing what he has to give in music. It's fire.
Another one.
Yeah, he on a tear right now. He ain't really missed. There's not a song on here that I would not find myself vibing to, throwing on, especially during the day, having friends over, just kicking back. Like, this is absolutely feel good dance music, and it's a vibe. Keeps going. Track number 7, Don't Touch That, Class / Tweaking.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This song is filthy. This song is absolutely filthy, disgusting, massive, knocking, all the adjectives that you can throw at this. This shit is a fucking banger. And that sounds like Swizz Beatz. I'm not sure if that's Swizz Beatz, but it definitely sounds like Swizz Beatz. And I would not be surprised to see him having some sort of influence on this, because this is a banger. This is high energy. This is a slapper. This is absolutely a slapper. And I know bangers, my guy. This is absolutely a banger. I bet you that's Swizz Beatz. So from what I seem to hear, it seems to be ad-libs from One Swizz Beatz, which, okay, definitely hearing that. Either way, absolute banger. I mean, bro, he is so tapped into the culture, and you could tell he was a early 2000s kind of baby in terms of music and like growing up during that period, because the references, the people, the ad-libs, the samples, tapping into Too Short, tapping into Swizz, tapping into Neptunes, like he was such a fan, and he still is such a fan of just hip hop and the culture and just everything it means to be, and like he's fully embodying it to a degree that like he deserves his flowers. I love when an artist appreciates the art form this much, and it shows, and you can just feel it, and it's just oozing with everything he does. If you grew up going through middle school and high school in the 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, late 2000s, whatever, just during that period, this is for you. This is absolutely for you, and he gets it. He gets it. Banger. Straight banger. I appreciate Tyler so much. Like I've mentioned it, like I did not grow up being the biggest Tyler fan, especially early on when it was like the whole Odd Future kind of, super offensive, super, just out there, like trying to be as out there and offensive and different as possible. But like to see him mature and grow and kind of like really show different sides of him, it's just like, damn, I appreciate him so much as an artist and as a representative of the culture and of hip hop. And like that has not always been where a lot of people kind of put him in. A lot of people kind of try to play him like, yeah, he's not really hip hop. No, he is hip hop to the core, and he knows the history. He knows the culture. He understands what makes it so special more than almost anybody else out there, outside of maybe somebody like Kendrick Lamar. But to see him getting his flowers, to see him like rise to his position is very, very dope to see. And he's just on an absolutely fucking incredible run. From Kendrick Lamar's Pop Out to doing the remix, That Guy, to Chromacopia, to getting that long feature, that long sought after feature on the Clips album, to now this, like, and then doing a massive tour. Like he deserves all the flowers, 1000%. All right, let's keep this going. Track number 8. Don't worry, baby. Don't you worry, baby. Banger. Fire. Vibes. Just tap into that kind of old school feel. Once again, that kind of soulful, poppy, 80s retro feel that you had, when you had that kind of crossover single between a male and a female, and you had the singer. And like hip hop has changed so much, you don't really see guest R&B singers or singers in general like tapping in to do these huge crossover songs like they were back in the day. So again, bringing it back to that kind of past era, and it's a vibe. This keeps going. Track 9, I'll Take Care of You featuring Yebba. Hold on, I gotta run that back. That was a crazy sample you just threw in there. Throwing in a Knuck If You Buck sample of this is very unexpected, but works. It just really somehow works. It just taps into this overall energy and just love and appreciation he continues to show from that era of music. Like me and him are on the same wavelength. That shit was such a dope period, and like I can tell he thinks so too, because he keeps tapping back into that time period over and over and over again. Just fire. Just fire. I mean, he ain't missing. He's not missing right now. It's just everything he's doing is just on point. Everything he's touching just sounds good, makes sense. Sure, why not? A mix of Knuck If You Buck with this kind of dancey, synthy poppy song. Like, why not? It feels like a club DJ mix, which is absolutely fitting for kind of the direction that he's going for. This is clearly meant for the clubs. This is clearly meant to dance for. This is clearly meant to tap back into that energy once again. So I'm here for it. Again, I'm here for it. He kind of did it when he did it for Call Me If You Get Lost. He tried to bring back that mixtape feel, and he's trying to do it once again, bringing back that DJ club feel, dance floor feel back to the forefront once again. And like, you know, hopefully it sticks, because this is fire. This is a vibe, and I hope people really resonate with it, because this shit is fun. It's just a fun ass album so far. But let's get to the last track. Tell me what it is. Let's go. Like this kind of brand of poppy, funky, soulful pop, but not quite pop, little alternative, whatever it kind of like describe this sound is, he pretty much has perfected it. He's pretty much perfected it, from Scum, Flower Boy to Igor to Chromacopia. Like, he's really kind of perfected that kind of sound that he's really made into his own. Like, it's not quite, you know, the sounds of the past, but it's not quite hip hop. It's not quite pop. It's like somewhere in between of everything and uniquely him. And he continues to nail it here. Like, this is uniquely his sound to this point. And like, I don't really see anybody else able to deliver something like this genuinely, authentically, and real feeling as somebody like him. Honestly, I didn't think it would work when I first heard this kind of sound come from him, but he's convinced me over and over again, like, yes, he can do this. Slapper, banger, absolutely enjoyable from front to back. This is a project I can definitely see myself listening to multiple times and going through it without having to skip. You can throw this on pretty much at any point or any time of the day, and you'll find a vibe to it. It's clearly intended for the dance floors, and I think this would sound extremely well out there on the dance floors. And I think it taps into that energy perfectly. And, you know, he's kind of went on this rant and mission to kind of bring back, well, very obvious mission to bring back that kind of feel and energy of like the 90s to like mid to late 2000s of like hip hop and pop, and like kind of trying to bring back that fun feel back to the soundscape. And I'm all here for it, because I've been saying this for a while with a lot of people around me when we've had these discussions. It's like, music is just not fun anymore. Like, let's be real. Like, most music that's coming out, most hip hop that's coming out, it's just not fun. It's just not that enjoyable. It's not something that makes you feel good after listening to it. And like, that is something that is sorely missing from not only hip hop, but music in general. And you do see a lot of like pop artists kind of trying to tap back into it, which like Sabrina Carpenter and people like that. But hip hop desperately needs that. We went through a huge, long kind of emo, gangster, just everything aggressive, everything mad, everything depressed, everything just violent, everything just like nasty feeling. And we were losing that counterbalance of just fun, enjoyable music that you go out to and have a good time to and not really think too much about. Like, that is something that the 2000s did extremely well. No matter how you feel about the kind of era of hip hop and music in general, like, you can't say there wasn't like a plethora of different sounds and styles and artists that were uniquely doing their own thing. Each kind of region had their own sound and direction. You had more crossover hits between R&B artists and hip hop. You had songs that were just purely meant to dance and have fun and enjoyable, and then you still had gangster stuff. Like, just the wide range of options that you had in the 2000s was insane. And I've had this conversation multiple times, especially people younger than me, like people from the kind of newer generations, that it's hard to explain that time period because it was just so much fun. It was just fun. If you were outside, you were having a good time. People were not afraid to dance. People were not afraid to shake their ass. People were not afraid to just enjoy their time out without having to worry about getting videotaped or recorded or feeling embarrassed or feeling some type of way about it. Like, thank God we weren't too cool to actually have fun, enjoy our time together. Like, that is something that is desperately missing. And if anybody like Tyler Creator can bring that back to the forefront, I am fully supporting it. And I truly hope it's something that's a trend that continues, because we need fun back in hip hop. The amount of dances that we had when I was growing up, like, there's literally a new dance every single month, and they were stupid dances, but nobody cared because they were fucking fun. Y'all don't understand that. This younger generation does not understand that. Just how much fun we had. And like Tyler feels the exact same way because I've heard him rant about this almost very suddenly. Like he wants that feeling back. He wants the energy back. And I'm all here for it. And if Don't Tap That Glass, Tap the Glass is the beginning of that kind of trend, let's go.